It's the beginning of October, about a week before the Illinois Orchid Society Fall Show, and I am going to go ahead and start bringing my orchids in. I expect that it's going to be a very warm fall this year, and that it might not get to a hard frost until Halloween, but since my son has basically moved out, I have lost my helper in moving all my orchids inside, and so it means that it takes me about 5 days, and since I can only move on the weekend, that basically works out to about 2 weeks. And I certainly won't be moving orchids next weekend because I will be at the fall show. So I'm going to go ahead and get started, and I'm going to do sort of a pass through all the orchids that I have here to kind of give an idea of how many orchids need to go inside. This is like both sides of my collection. And I will also show the inside space that all of this needs to fit into. Here's my indoor grow space before I start moving plants in. I didn't take everything out. I left some seedlings and my epiphyllums, and the orchids that I'm babysitting for Katia orchideas are still in here. So those were the Trianae, and then this is the northern side. I don't end up hitting everything, so it's mostly empty. And there's my, hopefully what will be my workspace and not an overflow orchid area. I made the mistake of moving my Guatemalensis first yesterday, and after I had gotten it up the 6-foot step ladder, my arms hurt so much that I wasn't able to move any more orchids for the rest of the day. It's the weekend of the Illinois Orchid Society show, and I'm told that it will be below freezing on Tuesday, so I have left the show after judging in order to try to get the rest of my orchids home this weekend. I am signed up to repot at the show on Sunday. It's a volunteer service that the Illinois Orchid Society provides, and so I can't be here. And I still have a lot of stuff outside. I would say that I have about 50% of my orchids in. They're not all in my plant room, and it's hard to believe that it's supposed to be below freezing on Tuesday, since it's warm enough that my fans are on in my grow space. So I still have a lot of room in here, but it's hard to just shove plants on the shelves. And so I have a staging area. I've taken over my daughter's desk right there as a staging area. But Pinto is just wreaking havoc. He has chewed so many plants already. The temperature dropped a huge amount last night, and it got really windy. And so all my remaining cattleyas that were still outside had fallen over, and I ended up just scooping them up and taking them inside and not trying to clean up the leca, which you can see is basically all over the ground. It was pretty treacherous last night, and I'm amazed I didn't fall and kill myself. I now have everything in, except I think 3 trays of dendrobiums, which are still outside, and my Cymbidium tracianum. But I have managed to Tetris everything else in. There are a lot of plants that are on the floor, and I have put that grating back up to try to keep Pinto off everything. It's not perfect. You can see that he can still get in if he tries really hard, but I have attempted to set it up so he can't get in. We'll see how it works. When I was at Iowa, which was this weekend, the Eastern Iowa Orchid Show, orchids are a scream. Pinto did manage to knock these over, and he crawled in, and you can see that he, see right here, chewed some right there. So, like I said, it's not perfect, but hopefully it will keep him out.